morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Christian Thierfelder. I'm a cropping systems agronomist with Symmet. And the talk that I want to give you today is about conservation agriculture, a climate smart crop management system for smallholder farmers in Southern Africa. For those who don't know, what is Symmet? The International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center. Our mission is maize and wheat science for improved livelihoods. We have more than 200 international scientists, more than 1,500 staff. Our headquarters is in Mexico, but we have regional offices around the globe. And I'm based in one of these regional offices in Harare, Zimbabwe. Symmet is part of the one CGIAR, and our annual budget is maybe around 150 million US dollars. Here the outline of my presentation. I first will give an introduction to the topic, talk about conservation agriculture and its benefits, provide you with some research results from Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, the operational area where I have been for more than 18 years now. I also want to talk about challenges with conservation agriculture systems and give a conclusion. But let's start first setting the scene. Traditional farming systems in Southern Africa are predominantly based on the multiple plow or the hand hoe. Multiple plow with animal traction mostly. Cropping systems are largely focused on maize. Maize is our main staple food crop, grown on 50 to 80% of the land area, and it's often planted in monoculture. Most of our farming is rain-fed, so we have very little irrigation systems. And our farming systems are diverse, sometimes intensive, and often we have crop-livestock interactions. Crop residues are burnt, grazed, or fed to animals in our area. Farmers rarely use improved varieties or mineral fertilizer, and that is in the range of less than 20 kgs per hectare of NPK, which is considered pretty low. And farmers still use a lot of manual labor, and that labor is usually done by women and young people. Large cropping areas are on inherently poor sandy soils, and the climate is very variable. Now, talking about our smallholder farmers, they are risk-averse, land, cash, and knowledge constrained, often poorly connected to formal markets for seed and produce, and that leads to low input and often low output cropping systems. There's a production challenge or several production challenges in Southern Africa. We are heavily affected by climate change, climate variability. You can see that in the middle picture. This is maize, not any grass species. So it's tasseling at a knee high, and there will be very little that a farmer can harvest from such a crop. There is soil degradation, erosion, because our rainfalls become more intense. And the limited use of agriculture inputs leads to also very limited output. So we are projected to have a temperature increase by 2.7 degrees on average. We expect